Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to share something that might seem strange. Most people stop learning the day they get their degree. That is the moment they hang their brain on a wall like a trophy and declare, finally, I am done. But that is precisely when life starts teaching lesson they were completely unprepared for. Education is not what happens inside a classroom, it's what happens after you leave it. School gives you information, but life gives you experience, and experience does not hand out grades, it leaves scarce. Some people graduate with an A in school but fail miserably in life because they never bother to upgrade their mindset. Think about it. Your phone and app update every few weeks and or months. Yet when was the last time you actually updated yourself? When was the last time you learned something new that genuinely made you uncomfortable? Most people are running their lives on version 1.0 with old thinking, habits, and excuses, while the world around them is running on version 25.3. I recall meeting a highly talented top student who stopped learning after university. He got a job, made some money, and got comfortable. 10 years later, the world had changed with AI, new technology, and new skill. He was completely lost and could not understand why everything had moved so fast. I told him, I did not move fast, you just stopped moving. We now live in a time where knowledge is free. You can learn from YouTube, podcast, books, and even memes. Yet people spend hours scrolling through videos of cast doing backflip and then say, I don't have time to learn. You have the time. You simply don't have the right priority. Look at people who never stop learning. Cristiano Ronaldo still train like a beginner. Taylor Swift keep reinvesting herself. And figures like Mr. Beat study algorithms, trends, and psychology every single day. They grow because learning does not end when you succeed. It starts there. To be honest, learning every day is not easy. You will get bored, distracted, and tired. Your brain will tell you to skip today, but growth does not care about your mood. You don't need to read 10 books a week or take expensive courses. Just aim for one idea, one skill, or one new insight every day. Watch a talk that makes you think. Read a page that challenges you or ask question that scares you. That is education, because the more you learn, the more you realize how little you know, and that is the beauty of it. The truth is, the individuals who maintain a habit of learning will always end up leading the ones who stopped, and sadly, the ones who stopped will simply dismisses the leader's success as a luck. Therefore, before you chase success, chase knowledge. Before you aim to be rich, try to be wise. Education is not just a phase of life, it is life itself. Everyone says, I will learn when I have time, but no one ever truly has time. Did Elon Musk have time when he was sleeping on the floor of his office? Did Orpha have time while working to job? No. They made time because they understood a simple truth. If you neglect to feed your mind, your life will begin to starve. Most people are educated just enough to survive but lack the curiosity to truly grow. They learn enough to secure a job and then stop, spending the rest of their lives wondering why every year feels the same. During the pandemic, one of my employees lost his job. Instead of giving up, he spent 3 months using YouTube to learn videos editing. Now he runs his own content studio and earned more than before. Meanwhile, another person kept repeating, things are hard, no one's hiring, and is still saying the same thing 2 years later. This shows that life does not get easier. You just get smarter. Sometimes the most valuable lesson don't come from success, they come from pain, rejection, and loss. When you face adversity, that is life trying to teach you something you refuse to learn when things were easy. So instead of asking why me, start asking what is this trying to teach me. The smartest individuals are not those with the highest IQ. They are the ones humble enough to say, I don't know, but I will learn. Pride stop learning, but humility never does. Every single day you must feed your mind, because if you don't, someone else will, and you may not like what they feed you. When I talk about education yourself daily, I am not asking you to memorize math formulas or history dates. I am talking about learning things that make your life functional better. Most schools never taught us critical skills like communication, emotional control, money management, dealing with people, or how to think when everything falls apart. That is the real education we all missed out on. Every day you should be learning one of four things: something for your mind, something for your money, something for your relationship, or something for your health. These are the four pillars that determines how far you will go in life. Learn from your mind by reading something that challenges your way of thinking, and learning how to focus and stay calm when the world is noisy. Learn for your money by understanding businesses, sales, investing, or digital skills. Whatever gives you control over your futures. Depending on others for income is like building a house on rented land. Learn for your relationship by knowing how to talk, how to listen, and how to read people. Success is not just about how smart you are, it's about how you handle humans. A degree might get you a job, but empathy will make you a leader. And finally, learn from your health, because no amount of success can fix a sick body. Learn how to eat better, move your body, and rest properly. The world today does not pay you for what you know, it pays you for what you can do. If you are not learning new skill, you are slowly becoming outdated, like using a Nokia phone in a iPhone world. When an employee once said, sir, I am not good with technology, I told him that is not the problem. Staying that way is because the moment you say I can't learn this, you have already lost to the person who says I will figure it out. You don't need to learn everything at once. Just learn something new every day. One idea, one video, one page, or one conversation that stretches your mind. One small thing you learn today could save you from a big mistake tomorrow. So don't just learn to look smart, learn to become as useful, because in the real world usefulness is the new intelligence. I sometimes meet people who claim they don't have the energy to learn anymore, and I always ask them, do you have the energy to complain every day? We always have the energy for excuses, but not for improvement. There was a man who worked the same job for 15 years and constantly complained. When his son asked him why he went to a job he hated, the father said, because I have no choice. But he did have a choice. He simply stopped learning anything new that could have given him a better chance. He stopped learning, and life stopped offering him options. We all know people who complain about how your unfair life is, but never open a book, learn a skill, or even watch a video that might teach them something new. They will watch 10 sessions of show, but will not spend 10 minutes watching something that could change their life. As I am always say, comfort creates ignorance, and ignorance creates struggle. You cannot expect to win in a world that is changing every second while you are still living in yesterday's mindset. Look at your parents' generation. They did not have YouTube, online courses, or free knowledge. They had to rely on what society told them: study hard, get a job, stay safe. Our generation has every tool to educate ourselves, and yet many people are more lost than ever because the issue is not access, it's a attitude. Self education is not about textbook or exam, it's about curiosity, about asking why and how. That is why some people how who never went to college, like Steve Jobs, build empires, while others with fancy degree can't decide what to do with their lives. Life is the biggest classroom you will ever have. If you are tired of your current situation, start learning your way out of it. If you are broke, learn about money. If you are lonely, learn communication. If you are lost, learn new things until something excites you again. Because one new skill or one new idea can turn the light back on. Life is the only school where the test comes before the lesson. You fail first, and then you understand what you were supposed to learn. Never stop being a student, because life never stop being the teachers. When your boss shout at you, it's a lesson. When your plan fails, it's a lesson. When your heart break, it's a master class in self respect. The people who truly grow are the ones who learn fast from their small mistake. The ones who refuse to learn are given the same exam again and only harder. We have two choices every day: either laugh and learn, or complain and repeat. You can scroll social media all day and call it research, or you can actually research something that changes your life, your day. Ladies and gentlemen, let me now take you to the third habit, and this one is perhaps the most dangerous of all. It is the habit of blaming. Poor people always find someone else to blame for their situation. They blame the government, they blame their boss, they blame the economy, they blame their family, but they never look in the mirror. You don't need to study for hours or read every book in a library. Just stay curious and learn something small every day. Talk to people who know more than you and ask dumb questions, because the dumbest question is the one you never ask. And please never say I am too old to learn. Laziness is what stop learning, not age. Every night before you sleep, ask yourself one question: did I learn something today? I If the answer is yes, you won, because that one new thing means you are growing. Thank you so much.